The New Frontier is an interactive, player-driven narrative game, and it's really built for players who love interactive storytelling. And it has appeal for both players of Season 1 and Season 2, who I think can gain a lot of extra meaning and content out of it, but also it's good for newcomers who just like stories.
The setting for Season 3 is just after the all-out war arc of the comic books, which means that we're a few years into the zombie apocalypse. Communities have formed. Everyone who's alive is now a hardened survivor. So the setting all around feels like it's advanced a bit from what we've seen in earlier games.
Okay, now don't do anything stupid.
We're all excited here at Telltale to really push the limits. From the start, we put a lot of effort into raising the fidelity on the art, finer line work, higher fidelity models as well, and with that we feel like you have a closer connection with our characters.
Early on when crafting the New Frontier, we decided that we wanted to try something a little different, so we started to get into this idea of playable flashbacks.
The goal of the flashbacks is to basically tell the story of what happened to Clem and to AJ, the baby that she's taking care of, in the time between Season 2 and the beginning of Season 3.
But really the consequences of the player's major choices in those flashbacks bleeds into the present. And it's a really interesting study on how choices made in the past affect the types of character you are in the future.
Javier is our playable character. He used to be a pro baseball player who was on his way to the big leagues until he messed up and got caught gambling on his own games.
Through the apocalypse, he kind of starts forming this journey of self-discovery that the player is really the driver of, and they'll have to decide what kind of person Javi is going to be to preserve what he believes in. Players who have enjoyed the Walking Dead comics will find some familiar faces, including members from the Hilltop community, like Jesus.
You're going to Richmond. That tells me you got something to do with what's going on down there.
What's interesting about Jesus is that he's kind of a wild card of a character, so just because he's a familiar face, don't expect that he's going to be a friendly one.
Question is, whose side are you on?
Skybound and Telltale have partnered on content for years now, and that's been a fantastic partnership. Now we're really glad that we're going to be able to partner with their Skybound Insider program. So we're going to have exclusive offers that are available only for Telltale members. Already, Telltale members are able to get exclusive in-game features that are not available to other players, and they're able to participate in our community. Now, because of our partnership with Skybound Insider, anybody who's a Telltale member will be able to join in the game, and by virtue of joining in the game, they'll get 5 free comics and they'll get all the rest of the Skybound Insider benefits. So they'll be able to immediately start to earn points and get access to exclusive content. So this basically tightens our partnership and means that Telltale members and Skybound Insider members are able to get even more content in the Walking Dead universe.
In our minds, this is a game for everybody. This is a game for people who have played Telltale games or maybe have never played a Telltale game before. Fans of the Walking Dead TV show, people have just read the comics. But this is fundamentally a new story about a new character that nobody's ever seen before. This is a good entry point pretty much for anybody.